It's about that time. What's happening in your city? You got love for your city? I can't believe it. We made it through another week and we're back right here for another episode of City Views. Thank you so much for tuning in. It just delights my heart to know that you guys are out there watching the show, digging in to see what we have in store for you on this episode. So once again, we thank you and we tip our hats to you. Well, I tip my hat to you.
I salute.
And on behalf of my wonderful co-host, the one and only, the lovely Coryse Villarouell, and big guns over there, Bozzolini himself, the one and only Kareem Holebrook.
What's going on?
Yes.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Honestly,
Good
Jacque, I don't know how I'm here today.
I know.
I've had a great birthday weekend, and I'm
Oh,
still
man.
celebrating.
Oh,
I know.
man,
And also, we want to send out a birthday wish to our other co-host.
Yes.
And she'll be returning with us next week. Karen Thomas, happy birthday.
Happy
belated.
early birthday.
Happy
It's
early
not quite
birthday.
here yet. It's almost here. And you and I will celebrate soon.
Oh, goodness. That's going to be some celebration. I want to make sure that I'm at that one.
I gotta be there.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. I heard that you guys raised a little cane Saturday at Coryse's birthday. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Now,
Yeah,
if
fun,
you're
man.
invited to a birthday party, okay, and the person of honor leaves because they have to go get some sleep, and you're still hanging out.
Oh yeah.
I mean, come on.
Yeah, we
They
No, get
had
out.
they had a
turned
great
it
time.
out. We had to turn it out, man.
No
Yeah.
shame in their game, that's for
No,
sure.
they had a great time,
No
and
shame.
I was glad they stayed and continued to enjoy themselves.
Okay.
Too bad we lost at the escape. We did an escape room.
Yep.
At the party.
Yeah,
And
we
That's a
lost
great
that.
way to give a message to your guests.
Yeah,
I want you guys to escape. As soon as you give me my gifts and presents, just here, go right here,
Bye. See you
escape.
later.
Yeah.
Listen, if anyone is looking for birthday party ideas for at home, give me a call or call us, using the number there,
Mhm.
because the escape room is, you can play it at home, and they had kids games, and then they had the adult one, and I think we should have bought the kid version.
I think so too. I think so.
Oh, my
The kids were
goodness.
beating us. I was like,
The kids were beating
kids
us
were
at the
beating us.
adult version.
Well,
kids were
Yeah, they
Kids are
were.
smarter today anyway.
I was like, man, we just had to look over it.
We were trying to cheat.
We were trying to cheat.
You're not supposed to admit that on live TV.
Hey, the kids, they
No
was
shame
getting
in our
it
game.
in.
No
They
shame
was
in our
getting
game.
Okay. Speaking of the game, there's no fooling around with our big city sponsors.
That's right.
Did you like that little segue?
I like that. All right, big city sponsors come to you by Toth Insurance Agency, located at 1151 East Main Street in Torrington, Connecticut. Better protection, better value. He can be reached at 860-496-7771 and on the web at tothins@oponline.net. Mel Brickman and Health Markets, located at 16 McDermott Ave, Suite Number 1, located in Torrington, Connecticut.
Better call Mel.
He can be reached at 860-307-1128 and on the web at healthmarkets.com/local-health-ins. Brooks, Todd and McNeil Insurance, located at 69 Water Street in Torrington, Connecticut. And they've been keeping an eye on your insurance needs since 1839. He can be reached at 860-598 8753 and on the web at brookstoddmcneil.com. To Dr. Michael Curry, located at 30 Peck Road, Suite 2105 in Torrington, Connecticut. Pediatric care for over 50 years. He can be reached at 860-482-8177 and on the web at torringtonpediatrics.com. That's our
Thank
big
you,
city sponsor.
Kareem.
Yes,
And we want to definitely thank our sponsors for allowing us to bring you quality community programming each and every week. I think we're going to get ready to check out a little segment from Red Room Sound Studios on Water Street. Lucinda Rowe and Mick Connolly doing yeoman's work, making sure that Torrington is represented on the music tip.
Yes.
So, guys, check this out, and we'll be right back after this.
This is Alicia DeLibero. Welcome to Live from Red Room Sound Studio. You can hear this broadcast all over the world on WAPJ.org. Tonight, we feature national recording and touring artist Nick Bukovalis. And now, from Red Room Sound Studio, here is Lucinda Rowe.
Hey everybody, welcome. We are broadcasting tonight from our live room at the Red Room Sound Studio in Torrington, Connecticut. Live from Red Room Sound Studio on WAPJ, Torrington Community Radio. And it is my pleasure to introduce to you Mr. Nick Bukovalis.
No, it was a time in my life I've been waiting for so long. I never did believe I could be so deceived, but I would soon find that I was wrong. I never did doubt you, baby. Now I'm living without you, baby, 'cause it took you a little too long to get it right. You opened up your eyes, oh what a surprise, 'cause now you realize what you have done. But it's a little late, oh and I couldn't wait, although you're saying now that I'm the one. Now that you left me, baby, you better forget me, baby, 'cause it took you a little too long to get it right. There is only so much time that you can keep the man waiting in line, thinking and praying and hoping you'll come around. And now I'm letting go because you let me down. It was a time in my life that I've been waiting for so long. I never did believe I could be so deceived, but I would soon find that I was wrong. Never did doubt you, baby. Now I'm living without you, baby, 'cause it took you a little too long to get it right. There is only so much time that you can keep a man waiting in line, thinking and praying and hoping you'll come around. And now I'm letting go because you let me down. Opened up your eyes, oh what a surprise, 'cause now you realize that you have done. But it's a little late, oh and I couldn't wait, although you're saying now that I'm the one, yeah, yeah. Now that you left me, baby, you better forget me, baby, 'cause it took you a little too long to get it right. Yeah, because it took you a little too long to get it right.
And that was live from Red Room Studios, and Nick Bukavalis was the performer. And I'm sure that if you're looking to record some of your music, that you might want to give Red Room Studios a call. You'll be glad you did.
Jacque, can you go to Red Room as just like an audience member and listen?
Absolutely. That's highly encouraged. So
Really?
the more the merrier, get people back there and listening to the performances uplifts the performer and definitely adds an ambiance to the room. So
Okay.
definitely. We do want to take this opportunity, unfortunately. We want to give our condolences to the Ivane family
Yeah.
Yes.
in the loss of Sheila Ivane, such a bright star in our community. I know that we worked together on numerous projects, and she did a lot of photography for me. Made me look much better than what I really do. But we definitely want to send our condolences to the family, and especially Stephen and their mother, and the loss of Sheila, which just came as such a shock to so many people. I don't want to give out too much information on that, but we hope that the family just knows that City Views has you in our thoughts and in our prayers, and we're just hoping that that God sends you peace and gives you comfort in this very, very difficult time.
Yeah,
So,
for sure.
yeah. If we get any information on any of the other details, we'll be more than happy to pass that on to you. So, our best going out to the family this evening.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, Coryse, on a brighter note.
Yes. On a brighter note, I just wanted to mention this is the time of the season that you're going to see a lot of holiday concerts and choirs going on. And I wanted to mention Coryse Angelicus. They have a great concert coming up this Saturday, actually. And it's going to be this Saturday. Let me get the details here. This Saturday at Trinity Episcopal Church, 220 Prospect Street in Torrington. And it's called a winter concert. It starts at 4 p.m. So, yeah, go on out, listen to some great choir holiday music. I mean, Coryse Angelicus, they're just an amazing group.
Well, of course, we had an opportunity to work with Coryse Angelicus in the production of the John Brown Project.
Right.
Yeah.
They were good,
They are
gooly.
amazing.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
They are great. And
They
they
are.
travel the world, too.
They
so,
do.
yeah.
And coincidentally, Stephen Ivane is
He's there that's in some capacity, right?
Well, actually, if I'm not mistaken, he leads the organization.
Oh, okay.
So, putting out some good stuff into the community. So we definitely appreciate them and encourage you to check out their show that's taking place this Saturday.
Yeah.
Trinity Episcopal Church, right there on the corner of Prospect and Water Street,
Yep.
next to WAPJ Studios. So if you're looking to fill in your calendar with some events, then check that out. We're going to be hearing from the president and CEO of the Northwest Connecticut Area Chamber of Commerce, Joann Ryan. She's going to be calling in here momentarily, and so many good things that are happening at the chamber, and we're just waiting with bated breath to hear all the great things that she's going to be informing us about. And we want you to make sure that you check it out too, because there could be an opportunity for you, your business, or if you're looking for any type of networking situations, then the chamber might be the place where you can get your needs and goals and objectives met. So we're going to be hearing from her momentarily. And also later on in the show, we're going to be hearing from our 65th District State Rep, Michelle Cook. She's going to be informing us on what's cooking.
Nice.
She's just returning, so I hope that we get to hear a little bit about her escapades while she was away.
Escapades, huh?
Yes. She's always on an adventure, so we're looking.
She needs to take us with her one of these.
I know. But we're going to be also talking to her about the House session that'll be starting up in 2024. And through our Government Relations Committee at the Chamber of Commerce, you'll have an opportunity to make a direct input on our legislative agenda. So we feel that's a great opportunity for people to cash in on because your voice is just as valuable, and when you're able to weigh in and let us know what your concerns are, we can pass those on to our friends in Hartford and with our delegation, and we can start coming together a little bit, making things happen. So, without further ado, I think
We've got Joann on hold.
Joann on the line.
Hello, Joann Ryans.
Yes, hi there. How are you?
Good. How are you tonight?
I'm good. Oh, my goodness. I just walked in the door.
Oh, good. Stay warm. It's cold out there.
Yeah, it is.
Well, Joann, we really appreciate you calling into the show tonight. I know it was kind of a last-minute situation. We had someone that couldn't make it, so thank you for standing in and helping us out tonight.
Well, you're quite welcome. Jacque, you've done so much for the chamber and for me personally. As chairman of our board, you've been amazing and always willing to step up to the plate and do whatever we need to do to make this community stronger and more successful and a very positive environment. So this is the least I could do is support one of your many endeavors.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that, Joann. But it's easy to do working with someone with your business acumen, educational acumen, and you never, ever, ever cease to amaze me at the skills that you bring to. And I got to share this with the people. We had our corporate sponsor recognition event this past last week, and unfortunately, as things happen, you know how showbiz is. Our guest keynote speaker couldn't show up, so it was like, okay, what do we do now? And Joann just like stepped up and made it a comedy show. And I was like,
it was either laugh or cry.
Actually, there were people laughing. It was extremely.
And and so much of what we talked about is because we have incredible supporters. This was the corporate partner reception where we thank those people who contribute to the chamber at a much higher level than the standard. And so the least we could do is make it a happy occasion for those who were in the audience. And, it was like, okay, what do we do now? And so it ended up being a very good event. And, of course, Jacque has a way with words, as you all know. And he was our master of ceremonies, and he did a wonderful job greeting everyone and thanking everyone. And so it turned out all's well that ends well, So it was good. And now I have an invitation for all of you. We have our holiday party.
Ooh.
Thursday evening from 5 o'clock to 8 p.m. This is at Brandywine, and be food, beverages. We have a wonderful trio of musicians coming from Southern Connecticut State University who are just outstanding and can't wait to meet all of you. And there's no charge whatsoever. Just give us a call at the chamber at 860-482-6586. So we have a printed name tag for you. And you're all welcome, and we'd love to have you. So, and I know Brandywine would, too. They've graciously opened up the whole first floor for us. And now you can imagine how wonderful the food will be, which they're providing. So we do hope you'll join us. But thanks, Jacque. I'm glad. I think I owe you a favor.
Well, not really, but just as long as you make sure that you save food for me, because if Kareem gets there before I do, no telling what's going to happen.
I'm going to be there.
I'm going to have a special plate for all of you, so no worries. And I do hope you all come. It's always fun. It's very relaxing.
Now, Joann,
And,
where is Brandywine? Is that?
it's in Litchfield. If you're coming from Torrington on Route 202, follow Route 202 into the center. Follow down the hill. You'll pass Center School on the left, and you'll pass, I think, the Stop and Shop.
Okay.
And then right after Stop and Shop is a left-hand turn onto Constitution Way, I think it's called.
Oh.
It's also the sign for the, I think the elementary school and the intermediate school is there. Maybe even the high school, Litchfield High is there. But you turn left there, and Brandywine is on the left-hand side.
Oh, okay.
Great.
And there may be shuttling if parking is an issue. The parking lot for the school is right across the street from Brandywine, and there may be a shuttle, but I don't know if we need that at this point because they usually move all their cars so we can have their parking places. But we do hope that you will join us. It is always such fun, and I have to say the food is extraordinary. I mean, we have gone in there other times and been just amazed at what they prepare. The chef goes out of his way with his wonderful staff, and they could not be happier. And you know what I love? Many of the residents come and sit in the lobby area just to hear music. Excuse me, and it makes them so happy. And I love it when we're making other people happy. You know,
Very nice. That sounds like a great event, Joann. Are these the same musicians that were at the WOW Forum?
No, it's three different. I don't believe. Maybe Laurel, maybe one of the women who was at the WOW Forum. She might be returning. I think she's been there.
Okay.
But they, as you know, they're just very, very talented. And I know at one of our events, we said you couldn't by any chance play Happy Birthday to someone. It was someone's birthday, and of course they did. They just improvised, and please know the honoree was so excited and surprised that we even knew. Someone snuck us a little note that it was this person's birthday. So it was just we're just looking forward to it. And you know, when you see young people so talented and playing such beautiful music, it makes you smile. And then I know there'll be some singing, too. So, you know, that's Thursday evening.
Is Jacque going to sing?
And then we'll catch our breath maybe after that, because I must say it hit me that Christmas is so close.
It is.
Well,
I thought, I have plenty of time to do all my shopping. And I thought, oh, my goodness, I don't.
Yeah.
Joann,
so it's coming.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I was just going to mention the fact that as we look back on the year in review for the Northwest Connecticut Area Chamber of Commerce, what are some of the highlights that you would like to touch upon to our audience so that they can kind of understand a little bit more about the value proposition that the Chamber offers?
All right, thanks, Jacque. That's a great question. I'll say, first of all, we try to touch upon the economic climate and building that climate, and we look at arts and culture, we look at education, and we look at economic development. And I have to say, we are so honored to be so engaged in those different arenas and working with such incredible people. And Jacque, of course, is one of the leaders of the arts and culture with his wonderful program. And, of course, we love Judy McElhone and what she's doing with 5 Points in downtown Torrington, but also the Center for the Arts. And we've had a number of events there. And I have to say that has been one of our highlights, especially where we were able a few weeks ago to have Ken Grombeck, one of the renowned speakers and masterminds of the whole concept of demography and demographics and what it means for a region to have people of all ages and backgrounds working and living together. So that really was one of the key was that. But then we also have our phenomenal WOW Forum, which we just completed our 19th year. So this coming October 4th, 3rd or 4th, the first Friday in October, it will be our 20th year. So needless to say, we're ecstatic about that, and we're trying to work on a pretty high-level, phenomenal speaker or speakers. So you'll be hearing more about that. So WOW was outstanding. But I think our collaboration with education is just unbelievable. I pinch myself every now and then. We are a strong believer in education from pre-K all the way through graduation from college and beyond, or returning, non-traditional students returning to colleges. And I still cannot believe that I'm the chair of the Board of Regents for Higher Education in Connecticut, which oversees all of the community colleges, Charter Oak College, and the four state universities. And I must say that is the thrill of a lifetime. And I just feel it's so very important for business and education. Educators, business leaders, educators, and parents have to work strongly and very forcefully together to make sure that our young people and people of all ages know that there are tremendous educational opportunities for us in this state and region. And I just feel that's another one of our strong highlights. And of course, we've had every month we have a wonderful business after hours, business with breakfast. So we've tried to visit as many businesses as we possibly can. We're going to resurrect Read Aloud. I know you all remember Read Aloud. Well, it had been discontinued temporarily due to COVID, but we're hoping to bring Read Aloud back to the schools throughout all of it. Would be pre-K through 6th grade in all the elementary and schools in the Northwest corner, which I absolutely love. When I think of the over 400 volunteers reading in classrooms in every one of those 21 towns, it really warms my heart and makes us realize how fortunate we are to be able to give back like that to our schools and to instill into children the value of reading and the knowledge that you gain from reading. And of course, we already have our April 18th business showcase scheduled. I think we're still looking for a venue. I'm not even positive what we finally decided, Jacque. I don't know if you remember either.
I think Villarouell.
I don't think. Oh, that's right. That's right. I'm not sure, though, that was definite because of the space. Mm-hmm. But we're looking at Villarouell. That's right. Because great parking, great venue, great location, great people. But again, we're not sure it's large enough. That's the challenge we're facing with that, because we get more than 40 exhibitors, if not more.
Oh, wow.
So that's already planned. In fact, it's interesting. Karen Poole already has outlined every single month what we're doing. It really is incredible. And we have wonderful speakers that you would all love. And this speaker, Jacque already knows, because I believe wasn't he on your show, Jacque?
Yes, he was. Anthony was on the show.
Anthony, and that's truly his name. He is the Chief Marketing Officer for the state of Connecticut. And I remember him from years ago. He was with Governor Malloy. It wasn't Governor Malloy. It was Governor not Governor Rell, not Governor Malloy. It was Governor Lamont at Kids Play Children's Museum. And he and I got chatting, and he was one of the governor's aides at that point. But sure enough, I read about a month ago that he is appointed Chief Marketing Officer. So, of course, Jacque got the brilliant idea at the same time I did. And Jacque got him before we did, but he spoke at the chamber this past week. He was outstanding. Amazing. And you know what I said to him? I said, you remember the Northwest corner. Others have not remembered our beautiful, beautiful area of Connecticut. And we always shouted and screamed and cried sometimes that they didn't seem to know or recognize the beauty and the value and the quality of life of living in Northwest corner and the valuable resources there are, whether it be educational or economic development or historic or manufacturing or healthcare. We have outstanding employers, outstanding service industry, tremendous nonprofits who care so much about the people in this region. So it is, it's really heartwarming to think about it. And, I flipped out. I was out of the office for Friday afternoon, and I came back Sunday to do some work, and sure enough, I walked in, and there is this huge, huge bucket on the at the left-hand corner of the doorway, and it's a big bucket from Friendly Hands food bank, to everybody fill up with food for our neighbors who just don't have it. And of course, that just makes me sad to think there are people who just do not have the food and the access to it that many of us do. So we're hoping that people will very generously bring items to our holiday party Thursday evening, and we'll make sure we fill up that bucket, and we'll keep filling it up so poor Karen is not sad about her client.
Don't want to upset Karen.
No, well, I don't want her. You know, she works so very, very hard, and she tries so hard and so successfully to reach everybody, and we feel that's very, very important to the future of our region and the welfare of this whole area as we grow older and our young people grow up in an outstanding environment where they see how important it is to give back and to help each other. And I mean, that's one thing. I know a reporter called me today, asked me if the pandemic and COVID affected our area. I said, it did like it did everyone else. I said, but you know what? No one complained, and they kept going, and they did not skip a beat. They're working hard. They're working successfully. They're collaborating. People are sharing ideas and thoughts and resources, and we kept moving forward. You'd never even know. It's almost like you forgot the crazy time we went through. And so it's that upbeat, can-do, positive attitude, and that attitude of collaboration that is getting us through.
Absolutely,
we are
it
all
is.
working together, and that's so important.
Absolutely, it is. Joann, would you consider possibly carving out a little segment for us here at City Views where you can call in and just give us a brief update on the activities that are taking place at the chamber so that people can fill in their calendars as needed?
Sure, I'd be happy to do that. When do you want me to do that?
Well, we can start next week.
Yeah, I know. You should see my calendar. It is, my daughter from Virginia called while I was coming home. She said, Mom, where are you? I said, I'm coming home. She said, Mom, it's 6 o'clock. I said, I know. It's actually early because last night I get home, I was in New Haven for much of the afternoon and evening, and got back, and, it was almost 9 o'clock. So I said, oh, no, 6 is early. But I said, don't worry, we're doing well. We're managing to move forward and try to do as much as we can before the holidays so that everybody does have a happy holiday season and is able to just take a deep breath and relax and enjoy each other.
Well, we so appreciate you taking time out of your very busy schedule, and we'll hopefully have a little segment prepared for our audience next week for them.
I'd be happy to. You can check with me tomorrow about setting that time and date. And I just want to say, Jacque, thank you to you and your colleagues for all that you're doing to help communicate the great things and also the challenges that we're facing. Whenever anybody needs help, we speak up, and people do rise to the occasion. But you have helped so much open up the lines of communication, and that's always been lacking. And I often worry that people don't see the full picture or hear the full story. So thank you to you and your wonderful colleagues with you who are doing such a tremendous job in communicating what is good and positive and what needs to be fixed. So,
well, I'm sure I speak for my colleagues in letting you know that it's definitely our pleasure.
Thank you,
Oh,
Joann.
well, thank you so much. And I hope I all see you Thursday evening.
You will.
Definitely see me.
Good. Your wonderful audience, too. You're most welcome. And for those I will not see, I wish you the happiest of holidays and a wonderful new year. And we look forward to working with you. Our doors are always open, and you're welcome to drop in at any time on 59 Field Street, Suite 120, right across from the courthouse in downtown Torrington. And we have a lovely new office that is working out so beautifully for all of us and for all of you. So you come and join us.
Thank you, Joann.
All right. Thank you, Joann.
You're welcome. You have a good evening.
You too.
Oh, thanks.
Bye now.
Bye.
And if I'm not mistaken, I do believe it's about that time.
Yes, big city sponsors. to Toth Insurance Agency, located at 1151 East Main Street in Torrington, Connecticut. Better protection, better value. He can be reached at 860-496-7771 and on the web at tothins at optonline.net. Mel Brickman and Health Market, located at 16 McDermott Ave, Suite number 1 in Torrington, Connecticut. You
Better call Mel.
He can be reached at 860-307-1128 and on the web at healthmarkets.com/local-health-ins. Brooks, Todd, and McNeil Insurance, located at 69 Water Street in Torrington, Connecticut. And they've been keeping an eye on your insurance needs since 1839. He can be reached at 860-598-8753 and on the web at brookstoddmcneil.com. And to Dr. Michael Curry, located at 30 Peck Road, Suite 2105 in Torrington, Connecticut. Pediatric care for over 50 years. He can be reached at 860-482-8177 and on the web at torringtonpediatric.com.
Thank you to our big city sponsors,
Yes, sir.
for your support in helping us bring quality community radio programming, quality
TV.
community broadcast
Thinking you on
TV
the
to
radio.
our community.
programming.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
man.
I forget where I'm at sometimes. TV, radio, whatever.
He's
case
a man
may
of
be.
many hats, and talents. Jacque, why don't you mention Thursday night? Mention the full details again for that that event that Joann was talking about.
It's from 5 to 8. It's free to the public. It's held at Brandywine Nursing Center. I don't think it's a nursing center. It's a senior center.
Oh.
Excuse me. There's going to be live music, great food, and of course you'll be able to network, talk to chamber members, as well as some of our committee chairs. And one thing that we are encouraging at the chamber is we would like to see a little more engagement
Okay.
from our committee members for the outreach that we're trying to do in the community, because sometimes it's difficult for some of those objectives to be reached with a limited staff that the chamber has. So as the saying goes, rising tides lifts all boats.
All right. There you go.
And we definitely are in a situation where we have all hands on deck
You're just
environment that
all
we're
of
in.
the little quotes today.
For real.
I mean, what do you expect? You know, it gets worse from here.
Yes, yes. But if you'd like to attend, they're just asking that you call the chamber so they
Yeah.
have a name tag ready for you.
860-482-68. 868. Can you look up the number?
Sure,
there?
I'll look it up. Hold on one second. We got the number for the chamber for you.
But yeah, the address, if you'd like to make if you'd like to stop by, it's at 59 Field Street, Suite 120. A lot of good things going on in that part of the city too. So the synergy is building, and you can become a part of it. And to contact them, 860-482-6586 is the number that you want to call to get more information. And if you'd like to attend, they can make you up a name badge so that when you come in, you can get stamped with the mark of approval.
There you go.
So in the
Hope to see you all there. I'm going to be
Yeah.
there for sure.
well, like I said, we got to beat Bozzolini to it, man.
You know.
We got to beat Bozzolini to the buffet.
Yeah, man. I'm definitely there. She said it was good food, too.
Oh, it is. Oh, definitely.
I need that.
It will be that for sure. In the meantime, we're awaiting a call from Michelle Cook to fill us in on some of her activities and to see what's going to be.
To see what's cooking.
Yeah, so we'll be hearing from her, hopefully sooner than later. But in the meantime,
Are you sure she's not still on a flight?
oh, she's home.
Okay.
She's home. In fact, her and Karen, they have their board meetings for Friendly Hands Food Bank on Tuesday evenings, but she said that she would step away so that she could talk to our listening audience. So,
do you guys know when the Friendly Hands give out like that organic vegetables and fruits and vegetables? She said that she has all these fruits and vegetables that they give out.
I'm not sure, but I think it's every day.
Really? I thought it was every day.
Yeah.
Really?
They get their. There's been times when I've known they're there at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And didn't leave until 9 o'clock at night.
Really?
Yeah.
And I think we've got Michelle calling in.
You just never can tell.
Right.
But
Hi, Michelle. What's cooking?
What's cooking?
welcome home.
Well, thank you very much. It has been a whirlwind journey of the month of November, and here we are, December.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Nice to be with you all. I'm actually calling you from a Friendly Hands Food Bank board meeting, so I stepped out to make sure that I gave you guys a call so we could catch up.
Well, we appreciate that so much, Michelle, because there's a lot going on, and a lot has happened since you've been gone. We haven't had a chance to talk, so we want to make sure that we take advantage of these opportunities so we can inform our audience as to what's coming down the pike.
Absolutely. So you guys started off, and let me know what you got.
Well, it's interesting because we've been able to, through a series of events, to reach out and have contact with the Chief Marketing Officer from the state of Connecticut, Anthony. And he came up last week to present to us some of the opportunities that we have here in the Northwest Corner to promote culture and tourism. And along with the new marketing program for the state, Make It Here, it seems like there might be opportunities to just do that. So while we're trying to come up with creative ways to work with the CEDC, I think it puts us in a very unique position where we can really collaborate and facilitate and create economic opportunities for our businesses and residents.
I absolutely agree with you, and I think that, and Jacque, you and I have known each other for a very, very long time, and I've always said that we're just like a little gem in the corner that needs some polishing, right? But yet there's a lot that we have to offer. And I think the other thing that we recognize, too, as a state, we've invested a good amount of money in tourism and culture over the last few budgetary cycles, and we recognize that the reimbursement on that is, for every dollar we spend in tourism, it's $7 to our return at a minimum. And so, that is just a win-win across the board. So the more people that we could get here, the more things that we can do here, the better it is for us, not only just to put us on the map and to bring people here, but it's also a revenue generator as well.
And I think the Make It Here campaign has such a broad appeal. Initially, when we met with the first Chief Manufacturing Officer, the one and only in the United States, Paul Lavoie, it was through the manufacturing summit that was held here in Torrington. And when they came up with the concept for Make It Here, initially it was to bolster and to promote manufacturing. But as they started to roll it out, it came to be that there's more sectors that campaign can be addressed to. So, here in the Northwest Corner, especially when you're talking about culture and tourism, for our artist community, Make It Here makes so much sense.
Oh, most definitely. And, I think that when you talk about the arts, the culture, the tourism, I look at what happened on Friday night, and we just had a local artist, by the name of Pamela Bramble, who lives right up here in our neck of the woods. Torrington, woman who is an art educator for UConn, who just had a gallery opening and sold, several of her paintings on the opening night. So, that's making it here as well. So, when we talk about things, and to your point, it's just not those things that we think about manufacturing. It is, we manufacture many, many things that come in all sorts of shapes and sizes.
And there are also some opportunities to utilize that campaign, for example, with our social services sector, and with this emphasis on mental health and lifestyle situations. Make It Here has even much more definition and meaning.
No, you're absolutely right, and I think that it is a limitless concept. It's just how we choose to market it and how we want to receive it.
And especially now, because we do have issues, as many communities do, with mental health, with hunger, with homelessness. And when you're trying to attract people to the state, quality of life means so much. So if you just break it down, to the bare bones, and you're relating to people how they can make it here, how they can, for example, buy their first home here, how they can see the educational opportunities that are here, and how they can work with the sectors in a way that, again, presents an opportunity to enhance the quality of your life. So I thought that Anthony was just brilliant in his presentation and just brought, so much hope and optimism to our sector of the state here, because many times, although not on purpose, but we sometimes get overlooked for those situations and those opportunities.
No, we absolutely do. We tend to be forgotten up here in the corner, and I often say that there's a life past Route 8, and we are the beginning of that life past Route 8, and we are definitely the city in the corner. And so we are kind of the central hub, and then people move to the west or to the north through us. So let's make that a purpose. Let's make people know who we are. Don't just think one thing about us. Let's let people know what we have to offer in so many different ways, right? And
yeah.
As you see, like the construction of the new high school, middle school up there, we're building a new facility. People are going to want to live here, send their kids to a brand new state-of-the-art facility. It's just so many different things. And so I think, to your point, right, it would be short-sighted if we just thought that this was a product.
Right.
Because that reaches far deeper than simply something that you can hold in your hand.
It
Absolutely
certainly does, yeah.
And I think too, Michelle, it is very important that people understand that, this is not just some kind of pie in the sky, campaign. One thing that Anthony brought to light, which I was very impressed with, is if we really want people to buy in to the Make It Here campaign, we have to really be vigilant in pointing out those areas where we need to improve. We have to be very honest about that, because if we don't know what those issues are, and if people aren't telling us what those issues are, then we can't address them. So that line of communication has to be open, transparent, and honest to make sure that we're really resonating and that people are actually getting the benefits and advantages from these type of efforts.
No, most definitely. And I think that we need to recognize that constructive criticism can be done in a manner that is not harmful, but it is extremely beneficial. And so how that happens and how we engage and how we, continue to move forward with the community and their involvement and their engagement and their, and their thoughts and concerns. Because quite frankly, as we know that it takes a village to raise the child, the village doesn't stand alone. We are a village because of all of us that make it up. So let's figure out how we can do that and move things forward. Because at the end of the day, we have a wonderful community. But as we know, everything, nothing is perfect in this world. And so how do we make it a little bit better?
And I think if people see and can witness those efforts in play, that just lifts community morale. People feel good about that, and people don't feel like, they're being taken advantage of. And I don't mean, personally, but I mean in terms of our community leaders serving self or special interests. Having that holistic community approach to problem solving, I think, gives people confidence in the process.
I wholeheartedly agree. You can't serve in a bubble.
You can't. But when does the House session start up, Michelle?
So our legislative session, this is a short session this year because it's a non-budgetary.
Yep.
So we are the first Wednesday in February to the first Wednesday in May.
Okay.
And so it's speed racer, right? So you do everything in a long session short of the budget in this short session.
Yep.
So it's bumper to bumper, start to finish. I will be taking on a new role. This legislative session is keeping my continued roles, but I've now been voted in as the Women's Caucus Chair.
Congratulations.
Oh, very nice.
Congratulations.
So thank you. So this is it's a bipartisan, bicameral caucus, so both the House Republicans and Democrats and the Senate Republicans and Democrats, and we meet in a bipartisan manner, Women's Caucus, to do issues that really matter. They don't necessarily have to be specific women's issues, but try to get behind those. And sometimes, women see things in a little bit different manner. So we'll be doing that. And, it'll just be everything that we're doing and then moving forward. The governor has committed to dollars and cents for early child care education. I know that there was some press on that yesterday. As you know, we've talked about that in length on these calls. And so that's going to be a continued effort as well. We will reconvene the Early Childhood Caucus that I co-chair up there on the 13th of December to start our conversations for the legislation that we look to move forward this year. And that does include investing more money and giving raises to those folks that are doing one of the most important jobs that they can do, and it's crafting the minds of our youngest residents. So, if you're out there and you're listening and anybody has questions or concerns or legislation proposals that they might need, please reach out to me at michelle.cook@cga.ct.gov sooner rather than later, because as I said, the suggestions come from you, laws come from us, from you all too, and we don't do this thing alone, but the ideas and things need to be put into conceptual proposals by the end of January so we can submit them the first week of February.
I am woman, hear me strong, and numbers too big to ignore.
Oh, boy.
Look
at the time.
Look what you started, Michelle.
Well, Michelle, it's good to have you back here, home, safe and sound, and we look forward to hearing from you every week so that, people can know what's going on and how they can make a difference in our community.
I appreciate that and the opportunity. And, I do think that there's one thing, Jacque, that we really need to start talking about moving forward, and that is the EV regs. That's electric vehicles. I know that it's gotten some good press, some bad press. I know that the governor walked away from some of the proposals this past week because of some of the inaccuracies and then some of the frustrations and then some things that really need to be ironed out still. So if, folks are listening and they have an opinion on the EVs, please let me know that too, because they're going to be, we're going to have to decide what we do. And we've been following the California model for probably 10 years or better now. So, what happens next? What are we looking to do? Where we want to go as a state? And how do people envision that in their minds? And I would love to hear from people in that regard.
Oh, yes. I think we should talk more about that next week.
Absolutely. Well, Michelle.
Yeah, so let me know, and if people have questions, submit them to me early enough so I can make sure I have the most accurate information. I don't consider myself to be an expert in this at all. I do not sit on the Transportation or the Environment Committee, but I do have experts of which I can call and speak to about it. And one of my conferences, actually, we had the national director for Volkswagen electric vehicle department at one of my conferences, and so that I was just returned from. And so I'm happy to have the conversation and continue to have it, because it will impact not only us but for generations to come.
Well, Michelle, thank you once again so much, and we'll look forward to hearing from you again next week.
Yes, Michelle, give Karen a early birthday shout out from us.
Oh, thank you. And hey, on another note, Sunday, Christmas Village opens and Santa Claus comes to town.
Oh, yes.
All right.
Can't wait for that.
See you there.
All right.
Bye now.
Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.
And let's check out one of our local restaurants from our field correspondents.
I'm Pascal James.
And I'm Joe Severo, and today we'd like you to join us at Salt 2.0 in downtown Torrington.
Conveniently located right next to the Warner Theater, Salt 2.0 is a great option on show nights.
But honestly, Salt's an accessible and desirable option every day of the week. The restaurant's open from 11:30 to 8 o'clock, Monday through Thursday, and 11:30 to 9 o'clock on Fridays and Saturdays.
The food service is quick and the options are both affordable and healthy. They fix grain bowls, wraps, burritos, salads, and my vegan friends tell me that the vegan burrito is to die for.
Not to mention they have a finely curated lineup of international and regional draft beers, and Bud Light too.
There's also a great wine selection and a full cocktail bar. The best part might be the seating. I love watching sidewalk traffic from the front section.
The venue is both spacious and inviting.
There's a ping pong table in the upper wing and tap TV interactive trivia at the bar. When you come to Salt, you choose the experience.
Salt 2.0 was born out of necessity during the pandemic. The original Salt 2.0 was open in Litchfield. A dining room of the Saltwater Grill was cleverly converted into an offshoot to provide food for pickup.
You can order online for pickup, or you can order online to sit in, or you can request that a wait person take your order the old-fashioned way. For City Views, I'm Pascal James.
And I'm Joe Severo.
Connecting you with Salt 2.0.
And Kareem, what's up with the
Pascal.
T-Town shout-outs, brother?
T-Town Shoutouts is sponsored by Torrington Downtown Partners, growing downtown Torrington one business at a time. To Dawn's Getaway, located at 24 Winstead Road in Torrington, Connecticut. Christie's Restaurant, located at 545 Winstead Road in Torrington, Connecticut. Health Insurance Services, located at 438 Main Street in Torrington, Connecticut. Wall and Fraunhofer, located at 117 Main Street in Torrington, Connecticut. To Soul Latina Cafe, located at 31 Hungerford Street in Torrington, Connecticut. Jimmy's Store, located at 1238 East Main Street in Torrington, Connecticut. 5 Point Art Center, located at 855 University Drive in Torrington, Connecticut. And George's Music, located at 905 New Harrington Road in Torrington, Connecticut. And so our big city sponsors goes to Toth Insurance Agency, located at 1151 East Main Street in Torrington, Connecticut. Better protection, better value. He can be reached at 860-496-7771 and on the web at tothinsoponline.net. Mel Brickman and Health Market, located at 16 McDermott Ave, Suite number 1 in Torrington, Connecticut. Better call Mel. He can be reached at 860-307-1128 and on the web at healthmarkets.com/local-health-ins. Brooks, Todd, and McNeil Insurance, located at 69 Water Street in Torrington, Connecticut. They've been keeping an eye on your insurance needs since 1839. He can be reached at 860-598-8753 and on the web at brookstoddmcneil.com. And to Dr. Michael Curry, located at 30 Peck Road, Suite 2105 in Torrington, Connecticut. Pediatric care for over 50 years. He can be reached at 860-482-8177 and on the web at torringtonpediatrics.com.
All right.
All right.
Folks, another show.
Cheers.
Another show. Cheers.
Another show.
And we'll see you back next week for
Next
more
week.
City Views.
Sir.
City Views.
City Views.